We're out in my yard. I mowed it about a week and a half ago, but as you can see, it's growing up and it's needing mown again. So before I do, I want to take a chance or take a little time and get a few things here. So here we have what is classed as a Native American wildflower. The gardener, the yard perfect's bane, the dandelion. I need to set my macro. Anyway, the dandelion. I'm going to harvest these, a few, and we're going to demonstrate some of the edible nature of dandelions. I'm going to get the flower heads here, which we could make into a wine. We'll make that into a tea actually on this time. Over there, pan up, I have my hobo stove and my cook kit, so we'll use that. And then we'll gather up a few other things and we'll go from there. So, what is it? Violets. And violets. Violets are edible. What are they? Dandelions. And dandelions are edible. So again, what is it? This is a violet. You can tell by the heart-shaped leaves. And this is a nice yellow woodland violet. Okay, here we have the three leaves just beside the violet here. This is a young jack-in-the-pulpit. Not really edible. Edible. This wild violet, if I zoom out, well, I don't even have to zoom out. Right next to it. Camera. Right. This, you see the three leaves and that mottled pattern? That's different than what I showed you a minute ago on the jack-in-the-pulpit. This and this one. These are trilliums. They haven't come into bloom yet. Very young. But these are trilliums. Okay, this, my friends, is plantain. So with these young shoots coming out of the middle. Alright, here we have a few odds and ends. Hobo stove, dandelion flower heads, some wood, water. This is a silicone pot holder slash trivet. It's a very wonderful thing. This is my kit. If you've seen the grease can before. This from Walmart. New for this, so you can see. Ozark Trails cup, like $4. My Stanley cook kit. Inside it comes with 2 plastic mugs. What I want to do, let's see this. Take one of these mugs. Add water to it. These you can buy at Walmart. Coleman waterproof matches. Camp matches. Let's throw one in. This is a tent peg from Walmart that I removed the plastic clips from. I can always put those back. But I like them for other things. So we'll start with this. Anything green can make the tea bitter, so I'm going to remove at least the bulk of this. I would want to remove all the green if I was going to make dandelion wine. I'm just making a little bit of tea here. So Jeff wants to do a video showing you one of his favorite wilderness things, and that is pine needle tea. So I told him we'd let him do that. Since I have to mow my yard, I'll take out the dandelions and a few other things. I'll show you this. Now, I'm not what you'd call a prepper, but just in case things could ever go wrong, I don't put all those nasties on my lawn, because I can eat these things. I do my survival. I have chickweed here, I have dandelions, I have all kinds of things. All right, so here I have dandelion flowers. I'm not going to make a whole ton of this tea, but add me some water. Now we got a gust of wind. Make it difficult for me to try and light a fire. If you watch my videos, you'll know that one of my favorite things is to find weeds, and I'll explain that real quick. These are woody stalks. They're hollow, they crush up, and so doing they make a lot of surface area. So I'm going to loosen this up and slip this in there. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to show you. This is from my yard also. Like weed. This is a flower stalk from some yarrow. We'll be doing things with yarrow this year too. Alright, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to dry it on my shirt. My hobo stove begins to catch. I don't have the amount of wood I would like for everything I want to do. We want to get some wood in here, get it going. The wind was coming from a different direction there. I set the camera up to film from that. Now as the wind changes, I'm going to have to change this. And it's going to change on me again. But, hobo stove, I really want that opening as close to the head of the wind coming in as I can get it. We take these nails that have these tent stakes, set them on top. I can't think of a better way to get that label off. For the fun of it, cut the camera back here a couple of minutes. Another thing to show you, let me get this so I can see what I'm doing. Down here growing this little plant. Okay. Has a square stalk, has the purple on the top. This, well, I absolutely hate thistles. This is a dead, or thistle, stinging nettles. I hate stinging nettles. Do I poison ivy, but not with stinging nettles. Well, this is called a dead nettle. It has all the little hairs, but it doesn't contain the chemical to sting you. And it's edible too. But it's a very grassy flavor. So alright, my tea is done. We have a boil. These are supposed to stay cool, but with, you know, with the wind blowing the fire out, I won't guarantee that by any means. Fire comes back. My knife. Alright, so I did a pretty poor job of straining. And there was a reason for doing a poor job of straining. What's this? You haven't seen this feature. It has a built-in strainer. Which you see what I could have done. And then we'll start on our next project. So we have these all caught by the strainer. I'm gonna let my dandelion tea cool down. This is the leaf of a wild violet. And this would be the flower. So the flowers are edible cooked, and they are edible, you know, raw. Really a good addition to a wild salad. I'm going to get a few more greens. I'll be back. So let me show you my fire, my can of greens, and then stop the camera and put on the pod. Alright. So I see a whole lot of it. This is a daylily. So these young ones, of course, are better, so I put in the daylilies. Here we have one of the young dandelions. Here we have my plantains, which I'll cook up. A few more dandelions. These things, when you use something wild like this, believe me, they are much better prepared as a stew or soup. So if you have access to fire, use that for make your wild edibles more palatable. I need to put notches on the top of my can for these. Just haven't gotten to it. Been too busy and putting it off, so that's called being too lazy. Alright, have a little tea. Still very hot. I wanted to get somebody else, Sean or Jeff, to try it But if you try it, you'll find it really does taste a lot like regular tea. But I will tell you, it doesn't contain the caffeine, so it's not going to give you that energy boost. It does give you some enjoyment. One of my greens, I'm going to sneak out. So in here I have dead nettles, plantains, dandelions, and clover. So, and I say, the reason dead nettles are called dead nettles is they can't sting you. Oh, and I have violets. So I'll have this a little bit. This is still way too hot to do much with. I just really trying to drink it, but it's very hot. Oh, and another salad-worthy green right here. Lamb's quarter. Pigweed. Sheepfoot. We got names for it. I'll put that in. I'll show you some growing later, and we'll harvest some right now. I'll get that in. I like it raw, so I don't need to really cook it. But since I'm making a stew, let's cook it up. Do is add more fuel. Make sure that it has sufficient oxygen. Now, if you've got beef jerky, anything seasoned that you can add, you see my stuff, I love bouillon cubes. But you don't have to have it. What I wish it would be that Popeyes would sell their Cajun Sparkle, you know. But we're going to do some stuff with that coming up. We'll make our own stuff. So whether or not you like dandelions in your yard, trust me, you'll like dandelion tea. I had my soup. Between boiling and simmering, I was, fed a little more pieces in. Oh, you can do this with just little bitty twigs. It's the beauty of a hobo stove. You'll see the greens will turn a certain dark shade. They'll go from green to having a dark color. I mean, like a little red was added. In fact. And your water will pick up the green color. They're wilting nicely. Just a couple more minutes and I'll call these good. Oh yeah, my hobo tool. What is this? I think Ozark Trail, Walmart, less than $4. This is an awesome, awesome thing. Oh, I don't know if I've ever shown this. I have a key ring. Let's see if I can get this in focus. I have a key ring here. I added, so it's bigger than that little ring, split ring. And I have this lanyard. The way these work, by the way, you can see the pins here. When they mate up and I close the fork and the spoon, it locks this together. Makes it portable. Doesn't take up much room. Has a knife, which is serviceable. Has a can opener, a bottle opener. Even has a corkscrew just in case I happen to find a wild bottle of wine while I'm in the woods. So, this is a dead nettle. Okay. Now, it tastes. Oh, I won't pop. It tastes a lot like grass smells when you cut it. But this is survival. Had I found wild onions or garlic today, I'd throw them in. The more greens you can add, the bitter ones. Some dandelion, plantain. They add their own flavor. A piece of a Slim Jim in. Or actually, I've got some pepperoni. I think I'll throw a couple, I'll shred a couple slices of pepperoni and throw in there. Alright. Now, the next thing I'll tell you, I will have notches in this can. I just haven't gotten around to it, so they'll be in there tomorrow. So my hobo stove will be fully functioning. Alright, just want to show you these things. I'm practicing here for when I get out in the woods. Down here. Okay, so Rich from Spirit of Wild Wings here, telling you, get up, get out in nature, and man, I'll see you in the woods. Bye for now.